Alright, y'all. I've given in. You've played my hand. With the success of my last video, I've decided I'm gonna make some more shipping videos. Am I doing it for the clout? Yeah, maybe, possibly. I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of this, but it has been fun to talk about. Every shipping video I've made, it's been fun. I'm not gonna deny it, but I don't know. I'm not really pitching or saying that I want one ship to happen more than the other. I'm just out here talking about what other people are talking about and what might be canon. That's all. So if you guys are enjoying, I'm more than happy to make some. The support on the last video was crazy, which is why I knew you guys wanted one, but in case you don't want any more, hit the dislike button so that I know that it's not something you guys are interested in. But in case you want more, hit the like button so that I know to make more of these. Anyways, promotions aside, we got some Blueberry Academy conversations going on. All the Paladin gym leaders and teachers have come together in the Blueberry Academy so that you can have conversations with them. You can place them together and have conversations, and some of these conversations have led people to think that, man, maybe some of these guys are into each other. Now, I'll be honest, if you're asking me, I think most of these people are not into each other, except one character seems to be particularly flirtatious, or maybe not even flirtatious. There's a character that everyone's falling for, alright? Let's put it that way. We'll get to that person when we get there, but let's take it one by one. Thanks to Mixely's video, they've managed to separate these characters, and they got Katie up first. Katie is nothing more than a sweetheart. Katie's interactions are all like super sweet, asking people if, oh, you good? You work out? I'll get you some sweets that are light on the calories. You don't work out? I'll just get you regular sweets. She's just trying to give everyone her sweets. Nothing crazy with that. I will mention though, her conversation with Sugaro is a little interesting. He asks, oh my god, my favorite customer, you got some muscle there. I bet you're good with the whisk. Wink, wink. No, she's not really doing that, but it can be taken like that. And then Sugaro's even like, is this going somewhere? I put on muscle easily. What's going on? And then she's like, yeah, why don't you come over to the shop and help us in the back, you know? Like, workers get free sweets and all. And he's like, free sweets? Oh my god, I got it. But then he's like, wait, calm down. Calm down. I gotta be a teacher at the school. I can feel this becoming out of hand. You know, this conversation can definitely be taken out of context, but I think Katie and Sugaro are just friends with an asterisk, like baker and customer. Nothing to write home about, alright? Then we have Brassius' interactions. I think Brassius' interactions are pretty funny, especially one with Kofu, where Kofu's trying to convince him to gain some weight, and Brassius like, I don't care, but Kofu eventually convinces him. Brassius has been getting shipped a lot with Hassel, mainly because, you know, they're good friends who both do art. They got cute nicknames for each other, Hass and Brassy. That's pretty cool. But I think for the most part, oh, and they're always inspiring each other, you know, like they're pretty much complimenting each other about their strong suits as characters. But even so, looking at the conversation, I think they're just pretty good friends, and I think it's they're also opposites, which I guess is another reason why they're being shipped together. But to me, they seem like pretty good friends. I think it's pretty wholesome and cute. Iono has some of the funniest dialogues in the game. I don't think there's anything ship-worthy here funny enough. You'd think that she's a character that will get shipped often, and then maybe Game Freak would try and do something, but nah, not really. They pretty much play entirely off the streamer motif. And one of the conversations she has with Tulip is just her saying, Tulip's asking, hey, how come I haven't been on your streams as of late? And Iono's like, well, to be honest, everyone will be looking at you instead of me. You'd be taking the spotlight. And, you know, Tulip is like, what nonsense? And then there's another one with Gisha and her, and Grisha's like, well, he knows about the streams, but he's pretty much every YouTuber's worst nightmare, where they say, hey, I liked your older content better. Comment down below if you think that's me. I feel like I'm hitting a dark age of my content right now. Legit, I never thought I'd be a shipping YouTuber or Pokemon tuber, but here we are. So comment down below, and also if you've reached this point, subscribe if you enjoy the content. If you made it this far, you'll like everything else. But anyways, Grisha's basically saying, you're doing stuff for the clicks, for the sponsorships, and for the money and for the views, and man, I feel called out because this is true. But I'm still having a fun time though, okay? I don't know about Iono, she's quit reading the comments. I still read her guys' comments, don't worry. Kofu is my favorite gym leader between the 8, and I gotta say, he's got some funny and wholesome dialogue, but with Sugaro, again, they comment each other's physiques. They're like, wow, you gotta forgive me, but dang, you got an impressive physique. And Kofu's like, hey, you don't look too bad yourself. What's going on? And they talk about the things they used to do to build their physique, wrestling and sumo and all that good jazz. And people are also shipping them. But I also can't help but feel that like this is a Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood type of moment. You can call it romance, but I would call it bromance, you know? It's like Armstrong and Curtis, like, yeah, like that's what it feels like. But hey, they were a bit like, I don't know, you go to the gym, bro, and you like, yo, nice muscles. That's what it feels like. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Let me know. Then we have Larry. Larry's Larry. He's too busy with work to care about any woman or man or any partner or anything. He doesn't care. Though him and Gita have some fun interactions, and Gita sends him off to more work. Yay, Larry! Woo! Hey, if we get to see him again, then I'm happy. I'm sorry that he has to work so much, but I'm happy to see him again. He's the best. I think Rhyme is a little too old to be shipped with any of these other characters, but I will say, her and Gisha being so close together in terms of geography, they want to go for sushi together. I think it's totally platonic. There's nothing crazy about it. They want to, like, apparently the sushi spot sucks, and they want to see how bad it was, so they go out for sushi together. I think it's chill. Ice and Ghost, they're both chilly. Get it? Pun? Yeah, so I think that's part of the reason, and of course they're close in terms of proximity, and also that's all. I think they're just good friends. I think it's cool. It was a really wholesome interaction. Tulip, however, man, I don't know. I never liked her, but she's hitting on everybody. Not really hitting on everybody, but she's definitely complimenting everybody. She goes after Rika, saying, "Oh my God, Rika, I only ever see you beside Gita. But now that you're alone, I see how beautiful you are." And Rika's like, oh, I knew my beauty would get somebody. And Tulip was like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. All three of my eyes are shutting. Please work for my company. But Rika's like, I can't. I'm working for Gita, of course. You'd think her and Dendra would have something, but not really. They're just teasing each other. They seem like best friends who hate each other's guts, kind of thing. Not even teasing each other. I think they're just being mean to each other. Or rather, Tulip's being mean to Dendra. I hate Tulip, bro. I don't know how anyone likes her. She's so mean to Dendra. But anyways, besides that, Tulip's also hitting on Miriam and like, oh my God, you're always by Dendra. You're the one that Dendra talks about. You're the one that Dendra says is so adorable. Oh, it has to be you. You're so adorable. And Miriam's like, I never knew you guys were friends, but Dendra's too much for me. And then Tulip's like, yeah, she is. It's kind of cute, no? And then I don't know, I get the feeling that, like, you know, that Miriam, like, I don't know, Dendra's too much for me. That could, maybe that's a little something, like, too much for me in what way, bro? Like, too much for you as a friend or, like, otherwise, you know? There might be something going on here between the three of them, who knows? Not a ship in any way, shape, or form, but Poppy might have a crush on Grisha a little bit. Like, you know, an innocent little childhood thing, where she's like, oh my God, a prince! And then Grisha's like, I'm not a prince, what are you talking about? And Poppy's like, let me see your face! And then Grisha shows her his face, and she's like, oh my God, it is a prince! That kind of thing, you know, just a little innocent child, like, messing around kind of thing. Not even messing around, you know, just saying whatever a kid says kind of thing. But she probably thinks Grisha's very handsome. That's all. Gita confronts Rika about, like, how she's smiling a lot more because of us as a player character, and that we're always around, and that, you know, we're her favorite. And I would like to think it's like a mentor looking, like, you know, mentor-student kind of relationship. And I'm keeping it at that. I don't really think it's anything crazy. But I didn't think we had that much of an impact on Rika's life. And she even mentions, like, hey, Gita, don't talk, because you feel the same way, I know you do. And Gita's like, oh, I guess I've been found out. And then Rika's like, just don't steal her from Nimona, she'll throw a fit. And honestly, if there's any one character who I think is super into the player character, it's Nimona. There's no way. Everybody else, questionable. I'm not with the community on that one, but Nimona, crazily into the player character. But she's a yandere, so what do we expect? You gotta check out my video talking about the rivals and all of their different anime stereotypes. I got one for all 5 of them, and it's pretty interesting. Check it out if you haven't already. I'm sure you'll have a great time with it. You know when I said Rhyme was too old for a ship here? I might have been wrong, because Clavel and Thyme have something really interesting going on, alright? Thyme mentions how, Director Clavel, I'm so sorry for interrupting, for barging in before I knocked. I shouldn't have seen what I saw. And Cloud was like, it's a little embarrassing, but it's alright, it's fine. And then Dime's like, no, I should have been more careful, I'm so sorry. And then Cloud was like, no, it's alright, you know, like, the incident's totally on me. And Dime's like, well, you sure? If you did, then got a few questions. And then Cloud was taken aback, and you think it's something crazy, and then Dime's like, what were you doing in that student uniform and the wig? And then Cloud was like, long story, man. It is a long story indeed, but the build-up for that story, I think Game Freak was trying something there. I think they're definitely trying to make it seem a little bit more adults, but it ended up being nothing crazy. It's a little nice bait fake out kind of thing, just to get our minds wandering a little bit, and I think they got us. So this next one's really interesting for a few reasons. As you all know, I thought Jock was the villain. He didn't turn out to be the villain. My bad, alright? It could have been cool. But he wasn't the villain. He turns out he's just a goofball. Till the end, he's a goofball. But Ku actually said, before the Indigo Disk came out, that Ryfort will be shipped with someone, and we all thought maybe Sireno or something. Turns out, he was talking about Jock. Apparently, Jock and Ryfort hit it off really well in this conversation. I didn't think so. Maybe you think otherwise, because they're biology, history, and they're both like gushing about each other's work, or rather, Jock's gushing about Ryfort's work. And Ryfort actually asks Jock to be a human sacrifice. I mean, a human. What is this? A human partner? What is this? She needed a male sacrifice. I mean, a male assistant. I don't know if YouTube will let me say that word. Okay, sacrifice. She wanted a male sacrifice, but instead she fixed the words or changed the words up a bit to say male assistant instead. And Jock, he bit. So I don't know what he's gonna be assisting her in. I don't know what sacrifice she really needs. Could be something else for all we know. Maybe that's what Ku's saying. I don't know. Ku tends to know more than us. I got no clue. I didn't think anything of this, but he does, so hey, Jock could Ryfort apparently. But I don't buy it, because Jock seems to be pretty into Miriam. Like, he's like stuttering there, and he's like, oh, I gotta be #1 for her by following a little bit more, kind of thing. And I don't know, man, Miriam's putting in the work. Look at that, the way she twirls her finger around and everything. People are really falling for her. She's got the ladies, the men, the students, everybody. Everybody's into her. Jock into her too, I think. So I don't know if he's really into Ryfort, but I think he's into Miriam more so than anybody. Let's see. But who knows, man? One thing I didn't mention was that when Miriam spoke to Katie, Katie was like, yo, I got some great sweets. And Miriam's like, oh my god, best news ever. I better let Sagu know too, as in Sugaro. So, Sagu is quite the name. Maybe it's just a friendly thing, but maybe she's already found her man. And this is it. We'll delve deeper into this in a little bit. We got some other characters to talk about right now. Miriam also talks to the boy Salvator and asks about his wife. What kind of wife? How's your wife? You know, everyone's gossiping about his wife, apparently all the students are. And then he's like, yeah, my wife's got a face all chubby and round and soft or something. And then she asked about her personality or something, and then he's like, well, she's a little shy. So shy that she always clings onto his legs. And then Miriam's like, what the heck are you talking about? And then he's like, oh, that's not my wife. That's just my palmy. Funny, no? I don't find this funny. I'm so sorry for the wife. I'm scared for the wife. Poor thing. And then for the moment, everyone that clicked on the thumbnail was waiting for. Dendra and Miriam. This one is crazy. Now this is the ship that people want to happen. They want to see this. Two of the prettiest women in all of Scarlet and Violet gang together. How could this go wrong? Honestly, for the dialogue, I'm not sure what to tell you. It seems as if Dendra was going through Sugaro's sandwich training, and she made one for Miriam, and Miriam cried tears of joy. Now, whether she cried tears of joy or tears of sadness, that's a different, who knows, but she cried. And she apparently didn't go to Dendra. She enjoyed the sandwich. And then Miriam's like, well, alright, we're done. So when's the next meal? And meal is in apostrophes? Why is it like an apostrophes? Why not it just be a regular meal? And then Dendra's like, well, I'm done with my sandwich training now. And just leaves it at that. And she doesn't catch a hint, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if it's even a hint or if it's just friendly. And Miriam's like, she pushes a little bit more. She's like, alright, well, if you're done, why don't we make sandwiches together? And Miriam's like, we're making them together. You better do your part too. Kind of thing. And then lets it go. Now, let me say my piece here. Honestly, as I was thinking about this, or was gonna make this video, I didn't actually think there was anything going on. But as I said that out loud, I was making this video, because I'm doing this all on the spot if you haven't noticed by now. There's a good chance that Miriam's actually into Dendra, and she's not straight, and everyone's into her, but she's not straight, and that could be a, like a joke or a gag kind of thing. And she's super into Dendra, and Dendra's oblivious. That might be a legitimate possibility, actually. Now that I think about it, how funny would that be, actually? That would be pretty. Everyone's into her. All the dudes are into her, but she's not even straight. Like, that might be a first for Pokemon if they try something like that. I don't know. But what about the boy Sagu? What about her and Miriam? Is the dream dead? Nah, it turns out that Miriam and Sagu are just really good friends. They just like feed desserts together all the time because he's the cook. She's a nurse with a sweet tooth. That's all. They're whispering and stuff. You think they got some secret love thing going on and all that good jazz. But no, they're just whispering about their love for sweets. So it is a love thing, but a different kind of love thing. I'm not even gonna lie, I came in here like guns blazing thinking like, no, Dandre and Miriam aren't gonna happen. But as I looked into that conversation, hey, maybe. I just don't see the reason to apostrophize, that's not a word, put apostrophes next to the meal. What's that? Why would you do that? I don't know. And that's unless the meal was so bad that she had to be nice and be like, when's the next meal? As in like it was not nourishing at all. And maybe that was her way to cook with Dendra, so she teaches her how to make sandwiches, actual proper good sandwiches. That's also possible, but who the heck knows? As far as I'm concerned, none of these relationships are canon. Maybe Jock and Rileyy only because a more credible source has said so. But hey, besides that, I don't think anybody has anything crazy. Maybe Dendra, her name is Dendra, I keep calling her Dendra. Oh, you know what? Comment section gonna get baited for that one. Not many people are gonna make it in 20 minutes in. You're gonna have to let me know in the comments down below which one of these ships do you ship? Which one of those ships do you think that are an actual thing? And if you haven't subscribed already, please be sure to subscribe and support the channel and hit the notification bell because I'm making more shipping videos. Probably like 1 or 2 a month. We'll see how it goes. Again, depends on how much you guys like it and want to see it. I'll make it accordingly. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you over on the next video. Alright? Later. Bye.